I got into E-types in 1976. It's always been a passion, it's always been a boyhood dream. I bought my first one for about £300, which was an incredible price. Restored it, we got married in it in 1984, sold it with the two children coming along, and a house and a mortgage and so on. But what got me into it? Performance, looks, everything about them. Well, all I can say to you is, look at them. That's it. That's what got me into it. Moss Jaguar was formed about 3 years ago, and we bought a 1970 fixed head E-type. And I thought, well, I hadn't sold it, but if I set up a website and if I restore this car and talk about it, somebody will come along and buy it. And they did. That's exactly what happened. And then, because of reputation, because of the blog, because of word of mouth, people knowing me, I've got enough work now for the next 2 years. Moss Jaguar is based in rural Hertfordshire, but we work globally. So we source cars in the United States. We've got various people out there working, not just for us, but for other people, but they source us rust-free American spec cars that we then convert to right-hand drive if the customer wants it. I work with customers in Germany, in Holland, France, globally. Restoration for us means stripping a car down to its bare shell, down to its component form. Everything that should be painted on this chassis would be blasted and then powder coated. All the consumables, drive shafts, seals, joints are all replaced with new. The engine would go away to a reconditioner where they would strip the engine completely. Gearboxes, again, are stripped completely. We normally find that you need to replace the bearings and the seals only. They are that tough. The biggest problem with an E-type is the structure. If the structure's sound, you can do basically anything mechanically. We would reckon with a rotten E-type, you're probably going to spend £20,000 plus to get the body shell ready for painting. Our repaints would cost about £15,000, and it means that it will go down to the bare shell, everything off the car completely stripped back to bare. And then painted. They fill, they flat, they fill, they flat. They look at it and make sure the lines are correct. We have to achieve that finish with the car because that's what our customers are expecting. When we restore, we're taking it above what the factory did every time. The cars are better than when they were new. An example of an upgrade we would do would be on the front, on the top wishbone. The factory hardened the wishbone and they ran the ball joint. So what would happen is that the ball joint would be moving like this, and it would wear the wishbone out. So what we do now is we take the wishbones off, anneal them, machine out the inside, press in a nylon insert, and then fit a new ball. You never need to grease it, you'll never wear it out. It'd probably be thousands and thousands of miles before that would go. I think a lot about the future of these cars. When you look at the markets, you can see that cars like Mark 1 Escorts are going through the roof price-wise. Why is that? That's because people want the car they grew up with. Okay, I grew up with having to change points, change the oil. We would do it on the side of the road. That's what we did. Nowadays, on a modern car, we don't touch anything. We don't even tune a modern car. And I believe the future for these cars is going to be where people don't have to grease them, they don't have to tune them. So it's going to be things like ECUs. You can fit an ECU. to a car. I've got one in mine now. Fuel injection, another mod. People are doing it now. We've got a fuel injection rail in there, which we're going to be developing to fit onto a car. Because once you've done it, you're not touching the car again tuning-wise. It will always be fresh out of the box every time you drive it. That's what we're looking for. Sealed for life joints, and I mean sealed for life. Why can a BMW do 250,000 miles without changing a UJ or a bush or anything else? Because they're built to a standard. If we can hit that standard, if we can get those parts made, these cars have got a great future, I believe. And that's what we've got to be looking at. We're custodians of the cars. We're not we might be the owner, but we're the custodians, and we should be passionate about showing them and sharing them with other people. And for me, that's what E-Type ownership's all about.